This is the cheapest coffee table that I could find on Amazon. I like the frame. I hate the fake plastic wood. So today we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna use the frame and we're gonna make the most awesome coffee table because it's gonna be made just for eating pizza. This is gonna be fun. Check it. And today's video is brought to us by Squarespace. Good walnut plywood is hard to come by these days, so I'm making my own using birch plywood. I'll take some walnut veneers and glue it to each face and then throw it into a vacuum bag. This is actually better than the stuff that you can buy because the veneers are thicker and better looking. That came out perfect. I'm not going to edge band the edges because they're not going to be seen, but I did want to dye them just to darken them up for no reason. Woodworkers love overkill. That's what we do. We overkill everything. Bottom piece is done. Moving on to the top. This is how uneven my floors are in here. It's crazy. But we cut the piece for the top. We haven't veneered that yet because we're gonna do something really special with that. But as our pizzas get delivered to the house, I wanna keep them warm. So I wanna make a little compartment down here for us to put the boxes in. Also, this gets the pizza, you know when you're trying to eat pizza and the boxes are in the way and you just don't know what to do with the boxes, so So we're gonna have a special place just to put the boxes. We always get 2 mediums because Kelly likes crap pizza. I think I wanna come down 3.5 inches. So I need to cut out 2 side pieces and 1 big bottom piece. And I think I'm gonna do a little rabbit here. So let's turn the lights off and start cutting. That was fun. So we have our top piece. This is all upside down. It's gonna go in there like so. And this top piece will get screwed into these little tabs here. We got the side pieces that we just cut. It's got the little groove on there. We have this back piece that will fit into those grooves. These 2 side pieces are gonna get pocket holed right into the top. I then can bring in what's gonna be the bottom, and it's got the rabbets along the side, along with this groove that's gonna fit over that, and that's all going to get assembled like so. But before I do any of that, we need to veneer the top. And of course, we're gonna use walnut for that. But we're gonna do something very special. I wanna do an inlay of a pizza on there. And so I contacted my tattoo buddy, John Cooper. He is the one that did these amazing t-shirts for me that make something with the skull and the blade going through the skull. And I gave him some parameters. I said, I need 3 pizza slices with different personalities and a pizza face, and it needs to be cartoon-like, and it needs to be somewhat simple because I'm going to cut out and do an inlay with that. And he came up with this. So I took his pen drawing, took a photo of it, brought it into Adobe Illustrator, and then converted that into vectors, gave it some color, and here we are. So now let's take this over to the Rayjet R400 and cut out the pieces. This is not a desktop hobby laser. This guy is made for big production runs. It's amazing. So much room for activities.
Look at all this floor space. So we do aerobics in here.
All right, that's nice and quick and easy. Get that out of the way. There we go. For the other pieces, I'm going to dye some veneer. So we have all the pieces cut on the R400. This is the fun part. This is the part where I'm just putting together a puzzle, and I'm going to use some masking tape to do this. There is a special tape just for this. I don't have that special tape. I'm the special one here. While I'm taping this up, I'd like to tell you about today's sponsor, and that is Squarespace. I've been using Squarespace for a long time, way before they were a sponsor, and I used to be a web developer. That's just because I want to focus on the cool stuff of my business and not worry about the website so much, and that's where Squarespace comes into play. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform. If you're a maker like me, let's say you're a woodworker, a metalworker, an artist, a photographer, you can use Squarespace as a portfolio and a gallery of your work. Image galleries are super easy to set up, and they have a ton of galleries to choose from. This is coming out so cool. Hopefully this tape doesn't pull the grains of fiber off when we go to take it off. Little worried, not worried at all. You can bring in all your social media feeds into Squarespace, so everything is in one central place. You can have a contact form. You can even have a password protected members only section of your website if that's what you want to do. Some of these pieces are really fragile and tiny. Daniel just said, you can piece together your business with Squarespace. He's a funny dude. Visit squarespace.com, and when you are ready to launch, visit squarespace.com/makesomething for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace, for making ridiculous projects like this possible. Now, let's finish this guy up. Oh, pfft. Were you rolling?
I was.
Son of a bitch. A wood cut on my nose. Oh, this is gonna look so good. Just tape that down so it doesn't slide around on me when I put it in the bag. Dinner is ready, time to pull it out of the oven. Now, pizza's messy. The good pizzas, anyway, are messy. So we need to cut some holes in here for our napkins. I've got these type of napkins, so we're gonna cut a slit on each end. I've got it clamped up on the Stepcraft M1000. And we're just gonna hit cut. We got a lot of time into this board, so hopefully I have everything set up right. This top piece just falls into place, sort of. Put in a food safe wax on the inside because I'm not gonna be able to finish it once it's together. I am a picky son of a bitch and didn't like the sapwood showing, also didn't like how this was setting back. So I went and cut a face frame that I'm going to glue onto here. Being an amazing designer is a curse. That's a joke. That's a joke. I'm joking. Hit stop. Let's get out of it. Hit stop. Stop! I've gone ahead and made the drawers, which are gonna be the napkin holder, but I made a huge mistake. I was supposed to put a divider in here for that drawer to ride up against, and I was gonna separate it from the pizza compartment. And now that it's all glued together, I can no longer put that divider in there. So when I made the drawers, I put in a big beefy bottom and then cut a groove, and that's gonna ride along this track that I'm going to glue in there, and then it'll go in there like that. Let me show you how this napkin holder is going to work. I got this spring, which I'm gonna hot glue to this piece of wood, which will then get hot glued into the drawer. So I'm just gonna center it on here. All right, let's see if this works. So the napkins are gonna go on there. That gets squished down. This is gonna go in here like so. Look at that, perfect. Woohoo! All day. Stop wasting it. That's enough. Think about the environment. I added some finish to everything, and then I wanted to make the knobs for the napkin holders special. So I contacted Bill and Brittany over at Punish Props, and they did a 3D scan of a real pizza and then sent me the OBJ file. This is so cool. If you're not familiar with Punish Props, you definitely want to go check out their YouTube channel. They do some amazing things. I then printed it out on my Prusa SL1S printer and then did some acrylic paint on there and then glued it onto the front. This came out so cool. Of course, we lost a lot of detail when we shrunk it down to this size, but that's not the point. You know what the point is. Before I show this off, I have to explain that this was not my idea. I posted this over on Discord to my Patreon members and said, hey, this is this coffee table. I'm going to upcycle it and do some cool things with it. What do you think? And then that started a whole brainstorming session and everybody started throwing in ideas, and then it became the ultimate pizza eating coffee table. It's the pizza table, a table just made for eating pizza. That brainstorming session was so much fun. We're gonna do a lot more of that. So you might wanna go check out my Patreon, which you get access to my Discord. It's time to order some pizza.